Now this one I actually kind of like. It's easy to use, simplistic. You can hypnotize the audience. You are going to buy the MagSafe charger. Hello, and we're back. Day 2 with the MagSafe Battery Pack by Apple. What a joke. So, unlike a lot of other tech channels, similar to a lot of other tech channels, I just buy the stuff that's crap, I return, the stuff that's good, I keep, and then I sell at a loss. Hooray for tax deductions. And then I keep quite a bit of it because I like to do comparison. This one I'm sending back. This is day 2 and there's not much more to test. I might keep it a few more days, but it's not like they can do a firmware update and fix what's wrong. So here's what's wrong. One, Apple decided yet again to be completely proprietary in such that it's compatible for only the iPhone. If you saw in the earlier video, I tried charging it on the smartphone that I'm filming on, the Samsung S21, and I tried on the OnePlus 9 Pro. That didn't work. It's really designed just for your iPhones, as you can tell. And unless you have a MagSafe case, I tried OtterBox, I tried Poetic, which I really like, but yeah, it's a very thin margin of when it will work. Now it stays on great. Thumbs up, Apple. The design, wonderful. The interface, simplistic. The functionality, it does what it says, but slowly, so slow. Trickle charging is what we're talking about. I just finished my second test. So I was thinking that I could charge my iPhone 12 at least twice, or at least 1.5 times. No. So right here on my remarkable notepad, I started charging it at 9:18 this morning, and at 12 o'clock, it finally just stopped charging. Shortly after 12, it stopped charging, went to 0, and my iPhone 12 mini, the smallest phone Apple makes, only went from 11% to 78%. Let me just ponder that. Allow me to pontificate, because that's lame. For $100? What? I guess I'm surprised that I was bedazzled by the Apple marketing. Once again, I like gadgets. You could even say I'm addicted. Gadgets Anonymous. And I thought it would be the perfect companion. And, you know, it adds some girth to your phone. It more than doubles the thickness. And it does add quite a bit of weight. But it looks so cool. But it performs so poorly. The fact that it took over 3 hours to not even give me a full charge. It didn't even make it to 80%, which is normal when Apple just cuts it off, right? That 30 to 80. Today, a T-Mobile rep told me that really the happy life is 60 to 90. I'm going to stick with my 30 to 80. Anyway, the sound effects are great if you really like those. So let's see. It's at 0. It does nothing. Yeah, because it's, oh, there we go. 78% charged, and if you swipe to the right, so this is what they're talking about on the lock screen, and then right there, 0%. So no charging animation because it's dead. Now it says up to 10 watt charging or up to 15 watt. That's with pass-through, meaning, where'd my cable go? Meaning you have to have your charger cable with you. Well, this is the portable battery. Why would I? In one word, Apple, I'm disappointed. Okay, that's more than one word, but yeah, I'm disappointed and surprised. I think if they lower the price to $49, and included at least a cable, it might be worth it just because, you know, it's a fun little thing. But in a pinch, I had a conference call this morning. So, you know, I'm like, oh, this will work. And then I quickly walked out the door. Well, the conference call started. I had the conference call and my battery life barely went up at all during the conference call. And I had the screen off. I was just listening to the conference call. So as an emergency device, no, this is more of what they call a gimmick, an overpriced gimmick in that. I hate to slam Apple. I've been a fan forever. In fact, the editing for this video will be on one of my favorite devices, the MacBook Air. And I have an Apple Watch, and I've tried other Apple Watches. My wife has an iPhone, my son has an iPhone, my sister has an iPhone, my other sister has an iPhone. Most of my friends have iPhones, and I have an Apple TV. Well, I don't really use it anymore. I didn't like it. The interface was a little meh. That being said, I don't know what else I need to tell you other than the fact your phone does get pretty warm when you are charging the device, as you can see right there. It gets a lot warmer with the MagSafe than it did just charging it directly. About the same temperatures as this device. That was an extreme close-up of my shirt. Now this one I actually kind of like. It's easy to use, simplistic. You can hypnotize the audience. You are going to buy the MagSafe charger. No, you're not. You are not going to buy the MagSafe charger. The one thing MagSafe has going for them is the design aspect, and it solves a very problematic issue that the alignment with wireless charging has been erroneous for, well, since it was invented. If you have a charging stand, a little better, and this fixes that because it just suctions right there, and then you're good. You know you have a great alignment and you're gonna get charged. When you just throw your phone or headphones or watch on a charger like that, you know, you're going like this for nearly 5 minutes, and that's feckless. And you don't want to do that. But here's the funny thing. This is 6-year-old technology charging at 5 watts. This charges at 5 watts, or maybe a tiny bit less. You can pick one of these up at Goodwill. You can pick them up online, you know. And Anker has ones that will charge a lot faster. And the point of, yeah, I grabbed this for an emergency, and 3 hours, over 3 hours. And then yesterday on my first test, that took forever as well, because I was charging this and the phone together, 11:27 to 3 in the afternoon, is when I will carry the 3. Yeah, about 3 hours. They both finally charged. Funny enough, Apple charges this first, and then it charged it, and then it stopped at 81%. And you have to do an override if you want the MagSafe to charge it more than 90. Great design, great idea, poorly executed, Apple. So I'm gonna charge this. I'll do a few more tests, but right now, I do not recommend this product. Unless you just want something that looks cool and you don't care that even if you have it connected to your phone, you might get an extra 20% over an hour because it's a 0.5% per minute. You might get 30%. Might. If you don't use your phone at all. But if you're like big into Pokemon Go or something like that, and you're thinking you can just strap that on then and play for hours, not so much. It barely charges at all. Barely kind of keeps your phone at a level pace when you're using it while it's charging. And most of this test that I did today on my day 2, this was all in airplane mode and low battery mode. And over the last 3 hours, I only used my phone for about 45 minutes over that 3 hours. C'est la vie, Apple, and I'll be contacting your support team sometime in the next 72 hours. Version 2.0, if they can get this to charge at 10 10 watts without pass-through, without having a cable, connected to it, well, that might work. At the charging rate and the capacity, it's just not worth $99, not worth $80 or $70. My price point would be either $39 or $49, and I would go with Belkin or Belkin or Anker for a portable battery at this time. So if you have the iPhone 12 Pro Max, no. If you have the iPhone 12, no. Okay, I've went on long enough. I don't like it. It's going back. Thank you so much for your time. My apologies if I've offended other Apple lovers. I wouldn't consider myself a fanboy of Apple because I'm filming on an Android phone and I wear Android watches. I'm kind of both. Not on the fence, but I just enjoy both. Apple does a great job, and so does Samsung, so does OnePlus, so does Google, so does LG. Oppo I haven't tried. What was that other phone that I tried? Oh, Motorola. They do a fair job. And that's it. And yes, let the credits roll for the Paramount Kid. Goodbye. It's almost been one full week with the MagSafe portable battery charger thing. Oh, sorry. The Apple iPhone Battery Pack by MagSafe. Anyway, yeah, it's a portable battery. It's a magnet. Kind of weird. I was charging it. My phone was at 90% and the battery pack was at 9. It didn't alert me. It didn't buzz. So I plugged it in and I decided to use this 12-watt charger by Apple, OEM cable, right? So Apple cubed. And then when I plugged it in, the MagSafe did not actually charge. But instead what happened was it waited until my phone was at like 70 or something, and then it started charging. It was really weird. But my phone's still charging at 76, and the MagSafe battery pack is at 14. It charges really slowly, even with 12 watt. If you only have a 5 watt charger, don't even bother. You definitely need one of the high-speed chargers. Mine's around somewhere. Let me find it. Hang on. There we go. So this is the 12 watt charger, and then I have an old school Apple. So you see right there, it's giving you the indicator that the battery is low. It looks kind of orange on the camera, but it's actually a red dot. This is great for charging my Apple Watch, and it's not bad for charging my iPhone 12, but you know, it does get kind of warm. 90s or so. Yeah, it's cooling off now. So really what Apple recommends is that you use a 20-watt charger. And they do make nanos and third parties, but when in doubt, I highly recommend that you use Apple just because you never know. So now we'll plug this in, then that will turn red. And then without even unlocking the phone, you can swipe left and it will tell you the indicators. And I have the widget set up where it tracks my Apple Watch. So now the MagSafe Battery Pack is at 15%, iPhone's at 76%, and most likely this will continue charging my phone and stop at 80. Really, I want to disconnect it now though, because 76 is fine. I'll definitely be okay the rest of the day. But now there's no indication, so you just kind of leave this plugged in. In most of my test cases, it charges fully in about an hour if you're using 20 watt. If you're using 12 watt, or heaven forbid, sorry, religion has nothing to do with this, Apple forbid, you're using one of these 5 watt chargers, don't even bother. It's gonna take probably hours. I mean, you do the math. 5 watt, and then the other one was 20 watt, so this will take 4 times as long to charge your MagSafe battery pack. I would recommend this more if it charged my Apple Watch, if it charged faster. I mean, really, anything below 1% per minute is pretty feckless, especially when you're dealing with the smallest phone that Apple has. I mean, the notifications are great. And let me turn this on. There we go. Oh, it didn't do it. Hang on. You have to have the phone completely off or you don't get it. There we go. Come on. Isn't that worth $99? I've said that before, but it really is. One more time. Get your money's worth. And you can really feel that suction when it charges. Here we go, ready? And when you get close. Oh yeah. And that lets you know that the MagSafe is low. So the animations are great. I do wish there were alerts on the phone. Like, why can't my Apple Watch buzz and my Apple Watch indicate the charging status of my phone and or MagSafe? For $100, Apple could have figured that out. Anyway, that is day 6 with the MagSafe. And that's it. That's all I have for today about the MagSafe. I still don't recommend it. I'm on the fence though. I do like it. 4 things. 1, it charges too slowly. 2, it's only good for the Apple 12 iPhones. 3, it does not charge your Apple Watch. And 4, it neither comes with a cable nor does it come with any type of brick. I would excuse the fact that it doesn't come with a brick. I'm okay with that. But it should come with at least a cable. I don't know. Or maybe your phone comes with a cable. They should throw in the brick that they recommend, and that's a 20-watt brick. The sound effects are cool, and the portability is nice. You know, it does make your phone twice as thick. Yeah, it's just the fact that it will only charge my iPhone 12 once, barely. I went from 11% to 90%, and the MagSafe battery pack was dead. Those are my thoughts. They haven't changed much from day 2. Pithy comments down below, and yes, thanks for watching. Goodbye.